So 7 years ago, I uploaded Into the Blue onto my old YouTube channel, and more recently, onto this YouTube channel. It was shot entirely on GoPro, and watching it back now, all I can really see are mistakes in the editing, the pacing, the shots that I thought were cinematic, which actually weren't. But also, looking back at this, it highlighted something pretty profound to me. Watching this back, it shows a version of creativity that I believe a lot of filmmakers throughout their years slowly begin to lose. So I want to revisit it properly and talk about what 7 years of filmmaking and professional work has caused to actually change. When I made this, I wasn't thinking about it strategically or looking at audience retention or creating something that was particularly professional. I really just wanted to highlight something that people don't often get to experience, and that is the underwater world. I was 100% experimenting with this, and as such, I was picking shots that weren't particularly thought out, but I thought looked cool. And sometimes it worked and sometimes it didn't. And honestly, the freedom of that choice being there is actually what I still like about the film today. It feels unfiltered and a little bit raw, kind of like when you first ever pick up a camera and start doing any form of editing. You don't have the groundings that constrain you, and you don't have those boundaries that you really want to stick to, or have the knowledge to know when you can break them. I think that over time, filmmaking becomes less about trying everything and more about understanding why something works in the first place. And the biggest thing probably in 7 years that has changed is not the technical know-how, but more my perspective. And this is going to be an ever-evolving thing. In 7 years' time, I will be far away from where I am now, and miles away from where I was 7 years prior to now. The most difficult thing in 7 years is restraint. Restraint is something I still struggle with today, knowing when to cut something, when to keep something. The older I get and the more projects that I've worked on throughout my professional career, it has shown me that technical imperfections can be forgiven by the audience, so long as there is an emotive hook for them to be invested in. They'll overlook those technical imperfections if that emotive hook is there, prominent and clear throughout the entire piece. Another perspective that I have gained over those 7 years is that the relationship with creativity has changed dramatically. For one, personal life and work becoming closer to doing video 24/7 for work, and personal life, growing family, marriage, etc. The relationship with creativity is one that gets strained, stretched, pulled, pushed a lot. Your deadlines start to dictate what you can do. You don't have the time to experiment, so you become a lot more aware of what works, what performs, and what's expected. And that experience truly has been invaluable. It's the reason I can do professional work today. But it's definitely a balancing point, and if you become too aware of what works, you then push off the ability to develop further down the line, because you're not stretching those experimentation boundaries and those creativity wings. You end up losing that curiosity and that intrigue that developed the love of the craft in the first place. So watching this back now, it does give me a weird cathartic feel in that I can see the learning aspects that I was doing and why I chose to do things certain ways, even if they didn't work. The likes of the awkward compositions, the overdone editing in areas, and every other dramatic decision. And honestly, I don't think it's something that I am going to ever be embarrassed about with older work, because without that imperfect work, there's never room to develop your own perspective on editing and filmmaking as a whole. So instead of pretending that this video doesn't exist and is on only my old channel, I'm going to be revisiting it, re-editing it, regrading it, all from the ground up. The re-edit will be done entirely on a live stream on the 25th of this month at 10 AM GMT. If this is something that you'd be interested in, hit the subscribe button, jump over to my channel page on the live tab and click notify me on the scheduled live. And with that being said, I shall leave it here, but until next time guys, take it easy and keep creating.